Hello and welcome along to this video tutorial on the ABC engineering project. Now, the purpose of today's tutorial is to guide you through this online lesson on your ABC engineering project. So, my advice to you Year 8 is to use this video at the start of the lesson, and throughout the lesson you can pause it, you can rewind it, you can go back and listen to it again. And this will help you hopefully navigate your way through the tasks that I want you to do while you're at home. And also, as the lesson is progressing and as you complete the lesson, you can email me and you can contact me online and you can ask any relevant questions. So here we have the first task that I would like you to do. So I'm just going to escape from the overall opening presentation slide, and I am going to go to section A. So section A is the design research. Now, for this particular task, or for this particular project, you are tasked with designing and making a coat hook and backboard. Now, as you know from the first introduction lesson, we are going to batch produce the coat hooks, so you're going to work in teams, and we're also going to one-off produce the backboard part of the project. Now, if I just escape from this slide deck for a second and I move into the lesson slides and I present those, here are some examples of some finished backboard product of the products of the coat hook product, I should say. So you'll see here that you've got the backboards and you've got the coat hooks fastened to them at the front, and you've got some different themes. You've got the Statue of Liberty, you've got the PS4, and you can dictate the theme. Now, section A, the reason I'm showing you that is because on section A, which is the design research, you are going to do a little bit of work which will help you come up with an idea of where exactly you're going to push this project in terms of the actual design. So the coat hook location, whereabouts in the house. You will be at home for this lesson, so you need to identify an area in your house that you would like to place this coat hook project. That might be in your bedroom, it might be as you come in your front door. So you need to decide on a place, you need to photograph that place and insert the photographs in here. Then you need to write down a series of bullet points, is what I'm looking for here, about design decisions, things that you need to consider when you are making the backboard for your project and the overall project itself. What are you going to consider? Where is it going to go? Is there anything in the home environment which is going to impact on the design? So have a think about those things there. Once you complete that section of section A, you can then move on to the mood board. So a mood board is a very straightforward task. It is where you need to collect a series of images which relate to the overall theme that you're going for. So for example, if you are going for a comic book theme, let's just say for example Marvel, you would maybe collect images from different Marvel characters, different scenes from the Marvel movies or comic books, and anything else which is related to that. So a particular color scheme, catchphrases, anything which is related to your overall theme, which gives a visual representation of where you're wanting to push your design. Alright, so that's a fairly simple task, but it also will require a bit of research on your behalf there as well. To complete this particular slide, you are then looking to write a conclusion. Now I'm looking for a decent sized paragraph here explaining fully what your theme is, the theme you're considering, and why. So why is this theme important to you? Why have you chosen this theme over other themes? How will this theme relate to where the product's going to go in terms of its home environment, in terms of your likes and interests, and maybe also thinking about some design considerations when trying to portray this particular theme. So have a think about how that's all going to work, and I'd like to see a complete slide there. So section A is your first task. Now the second task is going to be the first part of section B. Okay? So what I'm looking for here is I'm looking for you to create a series of 2D drawn ideas that you draw and you scan once they've been drawn and rendered using apps like Evernote Scannable. I know a lot of you've downloaded that already from previous projects. you scan in here. Now, we're looking for about 5 ideas. They need to be drawn, as I said, in 2D. They can be drawn and can include where the coat hooks are going to go as well. And also I would like you to put a series of annotations in and around your idea. They can be done afterwards using just a text tool on slides, or you can write them and as you're drawing and scan the annotations in as well. If you're going to do that, my advice would be, of course, is to use a fine liner pen over your ideas and over the annotations so that they stand out after the scan. And when you're completed your drawings, I would always use a fine liner pen to go around the outside of your ideas so that you actually have some ideas that stand out, and that they don't get faded away. The quality of the ideas does not get faded away because you haven't fine line penned your ideas. What should you include in your annotations? Well, my advice would be talk about design decisions, talk about why you've gone with that particular style, how that style could manifest itself in the workshop. You're going to be given some plywood, you're going to be given some MDF. So how are you going to curate that so that it actually looks like a functioning backboard? Why have you put the coat hooks where you've put the coat hooks? Why have you decided on that location? There's quite a lot for you to consider and quite a lot for you to annotate. Remember, when you are annotating, you should always think about processes, okay, techniques, all right, and materials. You should always try and include those 3 things in your annotations. So they are the 2 main things that I would like you to focus on. Now, as an extension task and also a review, I'm going to zoom all the way to section E. Now, we started section E. We did quite a bit of work on section E in our first lesson. We explored the terms mass production, batch production, and one-off production. So I'm just going to say, as an extension task, or I suppose a consolidation task, make sure you've completed all of the left-hand side of this section, and that you've also completed the questions on the Charlie Chaplin video, which you can also find on YouTube, Modern Times, and you just answer those questions as well in as much detail as you possibly can. So by the time we talk about this, our lessons for next week, you should have completed section A, the first part of section B. Don't worry about the second part of section B for now. And you should also have completed section E. Okay.